Islam family, I'm going to continue a little bit telling you about my diet and the way I eat. I eat this way because I believe staying away from pork will prolong my life. I also think that eating more fruits, vegetables, beans, grains, nuts, whole natural food products will sustain me, will keep me alive longer here on earth, and I will enjoy more vitality in my life. I'll be able to live more healthier by staying away from pork, not drinking or smoking, or taking medications. Anything that's been through the European uh, processing plant, like bread, sugar, flour, candy. Stay away from all that is what I try to do. So, you know how a lot of times when we was younger, we used to watch pictures like Tarzan. You remember Tarzan? This European man swinging through the vine, tree to tree to tree, in the jungle, and he was the only one that could save the so-called African people that are native to the land there. Uh, Now, as a child, I used to like that program, but once I got older and started researching this whole concept about black and white, about different nationalities and cultures around the world, I discovered that the African holistic health systems, their religious systems, and their culture are basically more spiritual based than a lot of the industrialized communities around the world, such as America. The reason I say that is because they are quick to say that somebody in Africa is a headhunter or cannibal or running through the jungle half naked and gonna chop your head off or catch you and put you in this big pot that they're boiling out in the jungle and eat you. Yet, truthfully speaking, no such things like that happen. More African people are fruitarians. They eat fruit. It grows plentifully over there in the tropical climate. That is a more that land mass is right on the equator, most of Africa. So the climate is going to be tropical, and so there's going to be a lot more vegetation, uh, mangoes and apples and grapes and all kind of exotic fruit and vegetables grow there plentifully. So these people weren't running around uh, as farmers, uh, hunting meat and animals and taking them home, trying to preserve them. Like the Europeans up in the colder regions, or the mountains, would have to preserve their food, would have to try to save it long as possible and preserve it with salt and different ways they preserved it back then. Freeze it out in the cold climates in the mountains where they were. Africans didn't have to do that. Their food was plentiful. It just fell off the tree. It just dropped off the vine. It just picked it up off the ground. It just kicked up some dirt, and there was a big old cantaloupe. You know what I mean? And they dug in and ate. And so, getting back to this Tarzan character, how in the hell did he come over there and it is almost as if he is the king of the jungle now. And the African people don't know how to live, don't know this or that, don't know how to grow food, can't, uh, don't know about these wild animals and that they've been living there all their lives, their fathers and grandfathers and mothers and their ancestors that preceded them uh, didn't know how to deal with. Yet this guy from Europe, from civilization, come along and he's their savior. You know what? This is European psychology. This movie is propaganda. This Tarzan movie is propaganda. So I began reading and studying, and so I have discovered that The European communities, especially in America here today, are more cannibalistic than Native African people or Native American people. And what I mean by Native American, I'm not only speaking about so-called Indians. I'm talking about us when we lived here before the Native Americans and some of the other populations of Central and South America that were also native here. Now, uh, the Bible prohibits pork, the eating of it. The Bible even says don't even touch it. So it is difficult today for me to try to imagine why would someone want to eat it, let alone touch it and call themselves cleaning like chitlins, how they clean chitlins. Uh, and then the Christians are the most, uh, they are the most people that can consume pork in the world today. Christians are. They cook it, they pray over it, they pass it around in their churches to different church members. Hey, I'll clean your bucket of chitlins and I'm gonna give these to you for Christmas and or Thanksgiving and New Year's. You know, so uh, some of the people even barbecue the garbage. But yeah, just speaking about it is that I haven't ate pork in over, I would say, about 20 years now. I just quit eating meat approximately 6 months ago, and I started eating one meal a day 4 to 5 months ago. I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to preserve my life. I want to live long. I want to have a nice, healthy life that my nieces and nephews, I'll be out there playing with them in the yard, running up and down the street, the field, the basketball court, the football field, playing and having fun. Because I believe the keys to life, long, healthy life, is activity. And uh, not just activity, but heartfelt, fun activity. Activity, activity that is full of fun, like children do. Do you remember when you was a child, how you used to go out in the playground, the street, and have fun and play, and you could even notice the time going by. Next thing you know, the street lights coming on, and that's how you remember to go home, because you was having so much fun playing and enjoying your life. Now, the reason that you could enjoy your life so much is because you wasn't in pain. You wasn't aching and hurting and toe down and toe up and coming apart at the seams and falling down and limping and crippled. Your mind wasn't feeble. You could see, you could hear, you could smell, you can taste, and you can touch. And so that gave you the ability to move and become active and play and have fun. So that's what I try to do today. Any child, I'll play with them, I have fun with them, kick it with them, you know what I mean? I like the activity in my life and I like fun filled activity. And so this diet is conducive to that. It keeps me healthy. It keeps my mind youthful because I'm not thinking about food. I'm not programmed. See, a lot of people are programmed. It's like they could be enjoying themselves, like out shooting ball, but oh, I gotta have lunch. Man, forget about lunch. You don't need lunch. All you need is activity. You need fun. Your life should be full of fun. Yes, sir. I don't understand a lot of these concepts today. Now that I have, you know, matured a little bit, it's almost like I don't see how these people could just continue eating this stuff, go to bed. As soon as they eat it, they're sleepy. They got this headache. They're having this heartburn, stomach bubbling and rumbling. And you ain't hungry. You just got done eating. But what you just ate wasn't live, wasn't living, electric, wholesome, natural food. It was either processed or some dead animal. And see, that's another thing. You know, if you go to the cemetery today, you see all these tombstones. There's people in the ground rotting, rotting away, turning back to dust. You know, little. Worms gonna come and consume the flesh, and that body is gonna disappear one day. It won't be in that casket. It'll be nothing but bones left of that person. So we are going to return to dust. But you can return to dust faster by eating meat. That's a big problem today. All this meat we eat is dead animal flesh. Dead animal flesh. Do an experiment. Uh, get you a piece of chicken or a piece of pork, any type of meat, and just put it in a jar and just let it sit for 2, 3 days and watch what happened to it. It turns to maggots. That's what happens to it. It turns to maggots in your system, in your holy temple. So we need to stay away from that meat. We need to consume more fresh live fruits and vegetables. I'm basically turning into a fruitarian. I'm gonna tell you, fruits are energetic. They give you that energetic, that spark. That's what the fruits do. The vegetables, however, build your body, build them cells back up. Feel me? Them that inside you. You know what I mean? Then them grains, them nuts and beans, just keep you on a steady pace. Just keep it flowing. Feel me? Then drink natural juices, pure water. At least try to. And then I would say you wouldn't have any problems. You will start noticing your problems disappearing. All your health issues will start fading away. You won't have too many more problems. Now, you don't have to believe me either. You don't have to go to the doctor and ask the doctor about this. You could check it out yourself. And I'm not saying just because what's good for me is good for the gander. I'm saying that if you feel healthy enough, that's the key. You have to be healthy first of all. You can be a little sick and get on this diet, eating 1 meal a day, change to uh, a juice diet, fruit diet, fruits and vegetables diet, vegetarian, vegan, but you can't be really sick to do it because once you become sick and your body become addictive to the medications that these doctors are giving you, you actually need that then. So it would be a good idea to try this before you become invalid uh, medically. Before you get sick, experiment with yourself and see how it turns out to you. You can do a 3-day fast, or you can see that's my next step is doing the 3-day fast because doing the 3-day fast will push all the impurities out. By eating 1 meal a day, I'm eating less impurities. I'm eating more minerals and vitamins and enzymes and natural uh, nutrients from the fruits and vegetables that the doctors cannot isolate from the fruits and vegetables to form into a pill form for you to take. You can't get a lot of the things I am getting from these pills and potions and injections and lotions and medications. You have to do it for yourself. You have to experiment. You got to take a chance. You got to step out there on faith. You know what I mean? You just can't keep sitting back, uh, letting someone else be in charge of your health. You are supposed to be in charge of your health your whole life, as a matter of fact. You are in charge of that. The doctor ain't in charge of your health. So, this is just a little bit more to go with the previous video that I just did about health. This is a continuation to to just tell you this little bit of information, the reasons I am doing it. And I am doing it strictly for health reasons, for longer life, for less medical issues, to be vital, to be active, fit, energetic while I live my life. That's my goal. And that's the reason I'm doing it. And if you will ask anybody that know me, will tell you I am full of activity. I hardly sleep. I'm up all night searching and researching and doing these videos or looking at a book or on the computer. So please hear me and try to adhere to these facts I'm giving you. Eat no pork. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Stay away from processed foods. Please give up that fast food. You don't need it. Throw that microwave away. Throw it in the trash. It's garbage. You really don't need it. And with that, I'll raise on my holy five divine principles and bid you peace from my heart.